Thank you for tuning into The Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Peter is the director of the 12th Division of the ACIO, Advanced or Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. Jessica is a galactic liaison and the interdimensional seer. Together they will discuss the most current updates from the ACIO, Council of Five, and other extraterrestrial sources regarding many influences on our planet today. Our new format allows you to ask questions and hear the answers from the previous show. Post your question in the comment section below the YouTube video. Disclosures, insider intel that keeps you updated with planetary changes.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Disclosures. I'm joined today with Peter the Insider, and we're going to cover some topics. And guess what? Yeah, we're doing video again. I hope you like this because it makes it a lot easier for us to explain things. But as you know, many of you are probably glued to social media or television, whatever it is that you're looking at. There's a lot happening on the planet right now, and I guess this time it's the U.S.'s turn to have the protests and the riots, as we've been watching all these other nations do that in the past couple of years. So, all right. So without further delay, I'm going to bring in Peter. Hello, Peter.
So hello to you. And to our regular, maybe not so regular listeners and audience.
So we're starting off with this SpaceX event that happened amidst all of the crises and things that have, the protests and the other incidences with police violence, I guess, has been issues of the race war that's been attempted, and some other things. So well, we're going to focus on this right now. This is going to be a little tricky to say because our eyes are being deceived with the advancements of technology. So we're looking at something that we think is real, but is what, Peter? Do you want to explain what SpaceX is?
Okay, so technically, SpaceX, the project and everything within it and behind it, it's real. What is the problem, respectively? What was the problem is that why there were all those failures and all kind of the stuff very easy, because they cannot connect to the bridge, respectively open the wormhole to another reality. And maybe some of you or maybe most of you will ask yourself, what the heck is Insider talking about? It's very easy. This is a last failure, so technically they lose this rocket. Am I right? I think yes. But very last mission. So what it was like May 31st, am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, May 31st. It was give me a sec. This is it. Considered as successful. SpaceX rocket successfully launched. It went to the orbit, connected successfully with the ISS space station, so International Space Station, as I like to say. Happily, everything fine. No, forget that, people. All of this was fake just because of connection to the gateway, to the wormhole, with another reality. They've got this. So technically, it was one of, I don't want to say greatest, no, because it's hard to choose which one was the best, but one of the best illusions we saw ever. And many people will start to ask, no, it's not true, or it was all over the place, it is all over the world. Believe it or not, this is like that. Respectively, this was like that. uh, uh, the question why they did that, I mean, why all the theater, if we want to call it that way, within this. Mm, to be perfectly honest, my personal opinion, okay, I am not so sure why. No, I mean, to be honest with you, no, I don't know why. We in ACIO, we've got some idea that they've made a deal to open this wormhole. Respectively, this was not separate wormhole, but this part of wormhole for smuggling technology. But I'm not so 100% sure if it was only because of if it was only because of that, because for them it will be no benefit. It will be definitely no benefit for them uh, to smuggle technology, because I don't want to say all, but most of those technologies are either, I mean, the usage of them are either extremely limited because our, how can I say that, contexts, so technically um, conditions of physics, chemistry, I don't know, all of those laws, natural laws, are absolutely different then, respectively, in comparison with the worlds, with the context of existence. Those technologies were invented, respectively, they used it like normally on regular day basis, regular daily basis. Either this, or they are absolutely useless. So from my point of view, I mean, I don't know. I am not so 100% sure if I am catching this right? So rather than this, I think that for them it will be not smuggling a technology or technologies to this reality for their benefit, but they will be smuggling those technologies to another species, another, I don't know, context of existence or whatever. This is my only logical explanation for that, right?
Right. So to further understand, the it's almost like a hologram. You said that the way that we're seeing it
Yes,
happen,
yes,
but
yes.
in reality, they're actually using a wormhole through the assistance of something like CERN.
To be perfectly honest, no, give me a second. It wasn't hologram. It was only some sort of see-through bleed-through system or whatever, and they was able to do so via respectively because of CERN, and it is absolutely absolute nonsense because CERN is out of system. I mean, all the time, after experiment after experiment, one and one and one, again and again, something went wrong. And to be perfectly honest, I am not so surprised, because this is extremely complicated um, a facility with very sensitive apparatus and systems, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, in official statement, it is out of system. I mean, out of you can't use it technically, right? And hey, yeah, really, you can't use it. Yeah, you can use it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just in not in official way. Sorry for that. I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny, at least for me. Very funny.
So there's two people that were supposedly on this vehicle, in this vehicle. Do you think it was just two, or were there more in that went through the wormhole?
To be perfectly honest, give me a second. You mean people No, definitely they don't went through the wormhole, because they it was just how can I say that, some sort of, how can we call it, glass window to another reality, but more than glass system or whatever, window system, because it should be real, but not in the presence of this reality. That means you can touch it, but once you want, for example, okay, it was this real that you can touch the fire. For example, you can go to fire, as we can see that, right? This is a huge explosion. But do you know what is crazy? The fire will not burn you. No. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Absolutely.
Yeah, like
Is this crazy? This is this level of craziness.
do you have,
Respectively, next level of craziness.
so that, I mean, I won't say it's a magic show, but it's
Yes. Yes.
yeah. All right. So but yet they are actually going somewhere and taking technology. And what location do you think that they're going to?
Definitely not ISS. Definitely not. Definitely not.
You think it's one of those locations like on Mars or Jupiter that you've talked about?
Oh, definitely not Mars. They are they were heading to Jupiter.
Okay, and that's interesting because we're going to bring up something about Jupiter later.
No, 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 no. Don't skip. Don't skip. I don't like that.
All right, all right. So let's get into some of the topics. Thank you, Peter, because this is a very tricky one, and kind of don't like what they're taking and doing and manipulating.
Yes, because this is it. This is like, okay, so were they there, or it was only an image, and this is it. It was half image and half there. It is, even for me, it is very complicated to describe. And no, this is not because of I'm talking in English. It 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 can be, I mean, sorry, if it will be so crazy for me to describe with in any language. Do you know, it's like, this is next level of craziness.
So all the failed attempts that happened earlier, that was for drama and theatrics, or did they actually have some problems?
Give me a second. No, they don't have problems or whatever. They waited for this specific moment, because there are tons of conditions and circumstances, and they need to wait for very specific time. But to be honest, they I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if I will be so this was very crazy from their side, because they rely on CERN, and CERN is very unreliable. So,
Yeah, I
but
get it.
yeah, but it happened somehow. It get to the right direction for them, and Jesus,
One last question. Which species is helping them?
we don't know. We called them grays, but not because not they are grays as a grays, but they are wearing great suits.
Oh, all right.
Do you know? I think like those detectives in 50s or 60s in UK, in US or whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like this is this game L.A. Noir, like it's in French, black
Yeah.
noir.
Yeah, like film noir. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but they add, because it shouldn't be. How can I say that? It shouldn't be so easy to recognize noir. So they add e,
Mm-hmm.
like east, for example. So they add e, so it is noire. I can't pronounce it because noir it will be black in French, but this is like that.
But yeah, it's like dark.
Detective. I just want to say detective game, and this detective. So his typical suit, but he doesn't wear black suit. So technically, yes, but give me a second. L.A. Noir is this game, right? This video game, and L.A. like Los Angeles, yeah, and yeah, exactly. And this, yes, exactly, yeah. Exactly. So this is it exactly. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but yes, exactly. And this is it that it is very similar that this
That was the
yes,
suit right there.
yeah, exactly.
Right
This is
there.
it what I'm trying to say, that those type of suits but in black, everything is black. Yeah, this is it, like 50s 60s suits. So this is early 50s, I think.
Do you see what it said? 4K Ultra.
Yeah, MK Ultra, 4K Ultra, and look
Let's
at
see
that
what.
MK.
4K Ultra. Do you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, but I'm just trying to say it is like ultra high definition, but I'm just trying to say that in the early 50s MK Ultra started. And
Yeah.
give me a second, just stop it, okay? This game is old. It was presented originally in 2019, but they remastered it, made it in really like impressive. What is this? Resolution, details, everything. Yeah, but everything of this is not coincidence, because this is in this COVID-19 pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it says October 2017 when this
No,
played.
give me a second. This video in 4K, yes, you are right. But once you can go to, for example, Wikipedia and you hit LA Nore, you will see that original game was released in 2011.
Oh,
You
okay.
you will see that you can do it. It's not a big deal. You can do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can, I trust you, Peter. That's something that someone can look up.
You
But
can
I'm,
do
I'm
it
looking
right
at the,
now. You can do it right now, for example.
yeah.
So once again, this is this. I mean, sorry, those suits are very like, yeah, and you need
Yeah,
to go
November
down.
2011.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. And this is it. November. All the 11s. Four ones and technically 2 11s. This is absolutely crazy. This symbology is absolutely like, Jesus, man.
It's so that these gray suits are the ones that are connected to SpaceX.
Not grays, not grays. Black suits.
Black suits, but they're like them. They're like the same type of police.
Absolutely, absolutely, but not police. They are. We don't know what the heck they are.
They're
If
not
they
Men
are
in Black. They're not Men in Black.
Men in Black, they are wearing late 80s, maybe early 90s suits, something like that.
So these are different. Yeah.
Absolutely,
variation.
definitely.
Yeah.
Respectively, we can say first half of 90s types of suits, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, they are not Men in Black, so technically, sixth division, they are not wearing hats, and they are wearing hats. Those black suits people, they are wearing hats too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, the hats are definitely.
Even women, they are having skirts and black, typical 50s types of women hats, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and that game itself was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and very controversial for controversy. Like, how can I say that? Like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Very controversy history of developing, because it was towards the real historical events and all kind of those things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like that?
Yeah, what was going on in historical times
Yeah.
that they weren't supposed to talk
And
about.
just look at that. That characters and voices actors, L.A. Noire, and look at that. It is the main actor from Fringe TV show.
Oh, okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You can see that or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to say that. To be perfectly honest, I always forgot his name.
I forget his name too. The guy from Fringe.
But you need
to Mulder and.
I'm just trying to say that it is like that. Nah. You can click on the video with this guy, characters and voices actors in LA. Yeah, this is it. Nope. No. Where the heck is that? Nah, this is. Where is that? Yeah, because we need to get. Nope.
No, keep on looking.
Yeah, maybe.
And
I'm just trying to say
there's a lot of them there.
Yeah, you are right. Nope, no, you was there.
David Duchovny or something like that, or Churches on Fridge? Let me see.
No, in French, I was saying you don't know. You was there, just by the way.
I was where? In French?
No, give me a second. I need to say. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, this is him. John Noble. Yep, this is him. John Noble. Yep.
Okay.
This is it. It's perfect. Okay, so fine. We can move to the next topic, I think.
Okay. So this one right here, it says, this is not Baghdad, not Benghazi, not Fallujah. This is Minneapolis. I mean, look at this. Who would have believed this?
but it's true. But you said that, and what should we talk about that once it is true?
I know.
It is picture taken in Minneapolis, but I don't know
Doesn't look like, no one would believe this was Minneapolis.
why.
And it,
Why?
because well, I mean, it's just like an average Midwestern space, you know. It's very, very, you know, I don't know, it doesn't look like it at all. No one would guess it. A couple years ago, I used to talk about someone, an astral being, who was calling himself Leonard Crumb. And here's this guy, Charles Crumb. I don't know who he is, but I'm just saying the last name is Crumb. And he was always starting fires. And here's a fire. I just think that was just crazy.
Yes, but I'm just trying to say that all of those stuff, yes, they are people looting. Where is this? In LA. Okay, in LA.
This is in LA. People are just taking stuff. Look at this, just grabbing. This has nothing to do with freedom. This has nothing to do with standing up for anything. This has nothing to do with protecting race. This has nothing to do with COVID. What is this? What is this? It's consciousness. A lack of consciousness.
You don't get it?
Yeah,
they were triggered.
They're triggered. Okay.
Because there was a car. At least what I know, there are a lot of very weird cars driving all over the US with green lights. What is nonsense? Where the heck should you need? I mean, there is no single logical sign to have green light inside the car. Inside, like for example, do you know what I'm trying to say? They are not outside. The police cars, respectively, normal. How can I say that? Normal 5-0s. People, they are not living in English speaking countries. That means 5-0. That means regular police patrol car. But once we are talking about some investigators cars or whatever, so they've got small what they are like red and blue two red and blue lights, and of course they've got some sort of siren or something like that. But many people all over the place, all in the US, all over the US, they sent us pictures with cars. Sometimes they got technically all over in the car, in the windshield, built in the windshield and in the back glass, right? Four small green lights, green, like in all the corners. And I mean, like, what? It is absolutely, it's nonsense. Why the heck is something like that can be, I mean, do you know what I'm trying to say? There is no need to have something like that. Or another stuff, red lights in the front. I mean, of course, in police cars or whatever, yes, but normal passenger car for civilians. This is nonsense. This is nonsense.
The lights are triggering these people that have some kind of mind control or programming.
Yeah, exactly. Because we need to get it over and over again. 3GR, like 3 times green and then 1 red, and people are overreacting, doing some nonsense like that. Exactly. For no single particular reason.
I want to share this point because this one woman realizes that this is crazy, and watch what she says. This is stupid.
Oh my God. What do you get out of this, black man? What do you get out of this? What do you get out of this?
She's trying to understand what's going on. She knows that there's something that's not right.
Yes.
Yeah.
She, as I like to say, she awake herself. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
She was stronger than Trigger. I mean, her mind, her true mind, her ability of consciousness of getting to normal consciousness was stronger than Trigger signal. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, you know what? She gets it. She knows that there's something not right here. All right, we're gonna shift in topics. Look at this. So this is a big deal that's going on, and I think I have another picture too. The hidden King of England apparently has moved in to take over the place of the current royal family, and it's due to I've been reading up on it a bit to understand it. He's apparently bloodlined to Anne Boleyn and is yeah, I guess that he had all the documentation and saying that he was the legitimate heir. And so he traces
Give me
everything
a second.
back.
Legitimate what?
Heir to the throne,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
royal family. So I mean, it's still another monarchy, but he's calling himself King John III, and supposedly this is bringing in the Nasara Jasara, you know, stuff that people have been talking about. And he's the true nature of kingship. I mean, there's all sorts of. He's written a bunch of books trying to prove his, you know, who he is, and. But yeah, it's at some point. Let's see if I have. Let's see. There it is. There it is. So this part fell off, or they thought that was hit by a lorry, which is a truck for Americans, and or a type of truck. And anyhow, so then it was replaced, which is really weird. And there's his name, Joseph Gregory Hallett, King John III of England, May 19th, 2020. This is Buckingham Palace.
Okay, and what do you want to hear from me? Because once I tell you what is the real deal with that, you will be like like kicked off.
Yeah. Go ahead, go for it, Peter.
Bam! Do you know what we have right here, right now? Nordics took over the England, the UK. Bam!
And he's calling himself the Christ. And someone said that there was supposed to be more than other Christs around, but
Do you know what I'm trying to say? No, no, no.
yeah, no, I get it.
Once again,
Yeah.
Nordics. You don't
Okay.
know what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
Nordics.
I do know. So, and this is him talking.
Before she was crowned queen, Princess Victoria married the second in line to the throne on the 9th of March 1834 in Brittany. Exactly 7.
So he is. I think he lives on. I don't think he was living in England at the time when this happened. I think he's either in let's see, maybe Australia or no, it's New Zealand, I believe.
Yeah, New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah, yeah. So there it is. That's it, and pretty interesting things happening right now.
No, give me a second. I just want to talk about this.
You want to go back?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right.
Because technically, Nordics they lose they don't want to lose this reality completely. They lose it already one time. Once they lose the Nazis lose the Second World War, and this is it. This is their great triumph. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is absolutely crazy.
You see the rabbits on all of it?
Yeah, and do you know what? Matrix. This is another trigger. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh, but this is so obvious. This is so obvious. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I know that it is unprofessional, but look at that black rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, the white rabbit and the black rabbit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say that this. And
Yeah.
this is it. This is it. This is their triumph. They don't lose. They don't lose. I mean the Nordics, they don't lose. They win. They won. Do you know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
it. They took
What
over.
what does this mean for people in the UK? How will things are we not supposed to talk about this? Because I have a lot, there's a lot of good people over there, and they probably wondering the what's happening right now.
But technically, I just wanna say, do you know what they are Nordics capable of?
Yeah.
So this is it. I mean, okay, it is very easy. I think people know. I mean, all of our listeners know what happened before Second World War and what happened in the Second World War and what was, how can I say that, all kind of, yeah, look at that, nah, this is it. I mean, I just want to ask you something. I'm talking about this, and I don't, people believe me or not, I don't saw this video. Am I right?
Yeah.
This
Well,
is it. This is it.
I know. Well, we've been talking about this stuff for a while, and I know that people have, they've made their complaints in the past, and not so much anymore, but still, this is, my stuff doesn't really go viral.
But I'm just trying to say, yeah, that this is not about Nazis. Technically, I don't want to defend them, okay? But they were victims in this crazy process too, because Nordics fanatized them, and people in the US, I wish for them all the best. How can I say that? Like all the best in order not to get into the trouble, because I don't know what the heck will Nordics do in this country. And
to not get into, don't challenge them, because I was looking at these kids in these 30-year-olds, maybe 20, 30-year-olds that were in Minneapolis, and there was a whole bunch of
no, I'm not challenging them. I'm just trying to say that, do you know what was the first first move for a hidden king to get into the palace? Try to guess. Brexit.
Yeah.
They don't want to be bounded. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh, so because they wanted to be free that this happened?
Of course. And they want to not to be in control, but with Brussels or whatever. They want to control the Europe with the Brussels in the first place.
Yeah.
It will be practically the same.
Brexit or Brussels?
Brexit. Give me a second. Brussels, as a center of European Union, was technically giving the UK some sort of limitations. Now they are free from everything. They can make it to completely twist upside down 180 degrees. They can start to control the European Union and Brussels, I mean, as a center of European Union. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so this is now the the thing that I feel bad about is the German people always get blamed for everything, and it's not the German people. This is an extraterrestrial group that you're referring to.
Give me a second. I never ever said that. I mean, I never ever said that Germans did bad. And
Yeah,
this
no,
will
I
be,
know that.
and this will be the same with people in UK, because they will be fanatized, and it will be only a matter of time. And we need to get to this. Where are you, rabbits? Where are you,
Oh, you want to see the
rabbits?
rabbits?
I like you, rabbits. This is the huge symbolic. This is symbolism. Where are you, rabbits? Yeah. We need to have rabbits. Yeah. More, even. Yeah. Yes. We love rabbits. We love rabbits so much. I mean, sorry for that. I mean, yeah. I mean, sorry for that, but I love
And
them.
you remember you talked about those rabbits coming in, and then the Rubik's Cube and all that other stuff.
And it happened during the making the show. It was
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. I was,
Yeah.
and to be perfectly honest, I can't get scared just because of something. And this is it, black rabbit. Look at that. And I want to say you something. I can't get scared just because of something, but I was hella scared in that. This huge rabbit with red eyes staring at me like, you do when I know what I mean, like mesmerizing or something. And there was this big Rubik cube, like I don't know, like 2 or 2.5 feet, like what is that? And there was an ancient Sumerian, do you know what I mean? Like solve the riddle or something like that. It was absolutely crazy. Jeez, man.
So this is the riddle right here. This is it.
Because in the Rubik's cube, there were, how can I say that, the letters rabbit, and this is it, and then black rabbit, white rabbit. So this was referring to this, and it happened, I don't know, 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, we'll try to find that one where you had that incident and try to link it together so people can hear it. And
But it was making it, we made the show, and it wasn't pre-ordered or pre-arranged or whatever, and it happened, and I was really scared. I was hella scared.
well, I was trying to
Jesus.
talk to you, and you were like, it was like crazy, and people were like, "Well, what happened to Peter with this rabbit and showing up?" And then you were talking about eating apple pie, it tastes like apple pie, or they were doing something to you, and I didn't know if you were okay.
But this was,
yeah,
and then this Rubik cube, and it was this riddle. Solve the riddle.
this is
In
the riddle
ancient-
right here. Yeah.
Yes, but because for me, solve the riddle, it was okay, fine, not a big deal. This is Rubik cube. I loved to use to do you know what I mean, like to. But then I saw that not to solve the, how can I say that, like this Rubik cube as it should look like, but there were those, how can I say that, the hidden letters for that. And once I get that, it was very weird, how can I say that, some sort of patterns or whatever, and within them there were words. Jesus, man. And one of them, two of them, no, sorry, three, my bad. It was rabbit, and on one side, and on the other side it was white rabbit, black rabbit, and it was, and on the very end, you know what it was crazy? Blue death, no, sorry, black death and what it was? White death. Black death is black plague. So technically we are facing it. Black plague. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Black
but the
death.
COVID-19
Yes,
is
and
Black Plague.
this is it. It is the same time. But what is white death? Oh no, white death. No. Do you know what was white death?
What?
Stalingrad blockade.
Stalingrad blockade?
Don't know? Blockade of Stalingrad. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of soldiers died during Second World War. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Stalingrad blockade.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
This is game, but this is
Siege
this
of Leningrad, is
yeah.
that it?
Yeah.
Prolonged military blockade undertaken from the south by the army group north of Nazi Germany against the
Yeah, this is
Soviet
it.
city of Leningrad.
Give me a second. Leningrad is Leningrad, but in at the time once happened, right? It was Stalingrad, right? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And it took 3 years. It was absolutely crazy.
So it was a siege. What was the blockade exactly? The most destructive sieges in history.
None of the sides, they don't want to get. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They don't want to get the out of the battle, and it was absolutely crazy. Like Jesus, man.
They're calling it the historians classify this as a genocide.
Yeah. And this is exactly what I'm trying to say. Jesus, man. This is.
Oh, this is Operation
Look at that.
Barbarossa?
Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. How many people were dead? Casualties. Look at that. Look at the numbers of casualties. Look at that.
Casualties is 21,000. Oh no, total is 579,000.
But look at Russian casualties. 3.5 million. Jesus, man.
Wow. So why do they call this the White Death?
You don't know? Snow.
Oh.
Snow. White Death. Germans, Nazi Germans, they call it White Death. Technically, for example, those crazy ass truck drivers in Canada, respectively in Alaska, they are, once there is everything is so cloudy and windy and snow is all over the place, it is blizzard, they are calling it white darkness. And this siege it was technically, like White Death, because it was like, I don't know, 4 or maybe 5 millions of people dead during the all of this madness. And this is it. White Death. Oh, no, I was so blindfolded, because I know I've got it immediately. A Black Death is Black Plague. Okay, we are living in it right now. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but you know what I'm trying to say. But this is it.
That means that would happen in the winter in the U.S.
Yeah.
If they're going to try to do a White Death.
Jesus, man. Jesus.
You just got that now.
No. I'm saying that this is a link to the Nazis and to the Second World War, and this is solid link that we are talking about, not with the Nazis, with German people or whoever, that we are talking about Nordics. This is definite link. This was definite link for that. Jesus, man.
The Nordics can handle the cold. They're used to it.
Yes. Jesus, man. But not German people.
No.
Yes, this is it. Jesus, man. So there were Oh, this is absolutely crazy.
Do you remember anything else from that? Because now you just figured out part of the riddle.
Jesus, man, this is absolutely crazy. I don't know. That was only this, like this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to listen to
Three
that other
stuff,
video.
three stuff. A huge white rabbit staring at me, mesmerizing me, or
Yes,
whatever.
with red eyes.
Yeah, like what is this? Albin. Do you know what I mean? Albins with no
Albino.
pigment. Albino. Yeah, with
But
no
that's like the
pigment.
red lights, though, that you were talking about in the cars.
Yes, and extremely shiny, bright, shiny. Like it was like unnatural stuff, like
Yeah.
that. Then apple pie. And
Mm-hmm.
I love apple pie, but this apple pie was extremely weird. Like, what the heck is wrong with this apple pie? And then this huge cube, and then it went smaller, like for normal cube. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, well, apple pie is associated with American pie.
I know that. So everything of this links together.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. I mean, but this happened 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was
I'll
rather
find
3
it.
than 2 years.
I'll find it and I'm gonna link it so people can listen. Jeez. And I'll send it to you, Peter, so you can listen to it too. Maybe if there's any other pieces, we can figure it out.
But this is absolutely crazy because this Rubik cube was some of it, I mean, this I can't move. It was normal, but it was unmovable, like stuck or whatever. I I don't know, like stick with glue or whatever. And this was really big, and I just turned on the chair, and it gets normal. I mean, smaller, like normal cube, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" Do you know
But
what I'm
that's the
trying?
Alice stuff. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Alice.
and just I just want to say, Alice is all over the place. Many people are saying that black, 1, 2, 3, black-eyed, cute girl. Once she blink with eyes, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes are completely black. Is technically it is these 3G cars, as we want to call them, trigger cars. Then this cute girl, do you know what I'm trying to say? Definitely not cute. And then Riot starts. It is absolutely crazy, Jesus, man. I mean, I don't like that.
Wow. So she's the one that's triggering it.
Yeah,
Is she AI or what is she?
we don't know 100%. But she, okay, I need to say that. She loves to cannibal.
She's a cannibal? Is she from another
Yeah,
time, like a future time or something?
yeah.
Do you know what, like a time kind of,
We don't
yeah?
know anything about her.
Wow.
This is, I mean, I really hate that. No, I don't like that. It's like, no.
And it's related to that other, the pups program?
Definitely.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay, so we can move to another topic, I think.
Zombie fires in the Arctic are coming back to life. What could this possibly mean? It's like a fire starts. Arctic suffered its worst wildfire season. Blazes in Alaska in 2019 and in Greenland and Siberia producing plumes of smoke that could be seen from space. And that it hasn't been intensifying.
What do you mean by zombie fire?
They call it, like, in other words, it goes out and then it comes back up again, like it's
Oh, you mean
like
this?
it's alive, but it should be dead. Yeah.
It's very easy. They are starting engines.
Yeah.
Do you know who I mean? Nordics. They are
Nordics.
starting engines.
What about the volcanic activity in Antarctica too? It's the same thing, right? Is that they're starting
Absolutely, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely the same stuff.
All right. This is another topic. Good news, scientists built a device.
Yeah. This is absolutely crazy. And I think this will be, once we start to talk about this will be next level craziness. Believe me.
So it's the device that generates electricity out of thin air. It was buried. They found it buried in the muddy shores of the Potomac River more than 3 decades ago. A strange sediment organism that could do things that nobody has ever seen before in a bacteria. So this is a sediment organism or bacteria. This unusual microbe belonging to the Geobacter genus was first noted its ability to produce magnetite in the absence of oxygen, but with time, scientists found it could make other things too, like bacterial nanowires.
And we are here, nanovirus.
Yeah.
And do you know what is it?
Well, if we click right here, it should. Oh. Bacterial nanowires produce a number of bacteria, most notably from this. Let's see, conductive nanowires have been confirmed in the oxygen cyanobacterium.
I just want to say you can go back. I just want to say you. Everything of this, like, hey, it is absolutely perfect free energy. No. Do you know what? This. Yeah, good news. No. Bad news bears. This, they've got it like for 40, almost 50 years hidden. And they released massively this through the chemtrails in order to mutate and spread coronavirus much faster, and to make infection, to spread infection all over the world.
This device is over in UMass Amherst.
But this is not device once again. Yes, of course, they can do something. But those nanovirus, they are almost something like anthrax. Because they are not even a nano. They are only saying a nano, because a nano is x 10 minus 9, but they are using pico, that means x10 minus 12, or femto x10 minus 15, and it is some sort of even anthrax. It is extremely huge. Anthrax, you can't catch anthrax, and even anthrax in comparison with this is extremely.
Anthrax, you mean ANTHRAX?
Yeah, anthrax, exactly. Even this is extremely big in comparison with those pico femto virus, and this is it. So everything of this was designed to enhanced and advanced coronavirus. I like to call it multivirus rather than coronavirus, and make it more lethal, more deadly.
What you said, here's something that's pretty interesting right here. It says it's calling it a bacteria, and the Italian the Italian scientists actually did autopsies on all the people that died, not all of them, but enough that they started looking at comparisons, and they saw that the blood was coagulating or doing something that led them to believe that this was a bacteria, not necessarily a virus.
Yeah.
Right?
You are right. I mean, they were right. You are right.
Yeah, because the WHO did not want them to do any autopsies. They insisted that they didn't.
What is extremely weird in this situation?
Right. Why would you not do an autopsy so you can figure out the remedy? And they continue to say they don't fully have a remedy. And when they start to have something, they say it's not, it's dangerous or it's bad. And, before you know it, water's bad, this is bad, anything natural is bad.
No, you are right. You are right.
Yeah. So, because they disobeyed and did research, they discovered that it's not viral, it's a bacteria, and any doctor would tell you that there's a different approach for a bacteria infection as opposed to viral, and antibiotics and do not have a certain effect on one or the other. It's something that is treated differently. So, and they said that I guess because if the blood was coagulating or thickening up, that aspirin was something that was beneficial.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but not ibuprofen, which was a problem, I guess, early on. I remember that.
Absolutely.
So more information coming through, and that's good.
And this is it, to be perfectly honest, because they want to get how can I say that? They want to get out. We need to get back maybe to previous topic until I will not finish it.
Okay, sure.
Okay. This is extremely important because they want to get as much benefit, because this is their last catch, their last, how we can call it, last anchor they lived here in this context, and they need to get as much data, as much as how can I say that, everything they possibly can. So they are mutating it, they are getting crazy as experiments with that for all the cost. And even them in Umbrella, they don't like it. And do you know what? Because Mobius starts to play, as they like to call it, play with something they have no goddamn clue about. Because it is not, how can I say that, under Umbrella's gesture. No. It is, now Mobius is I don't want to say in charge, but do you know what I'm trying to say? All of this stuff, it is not Mobius, Umbrella, Monarch, they are no longer in charge. From April, what it was, Sunday, 26th April 2020. But all of those things, how can I say that, they are still affecting our reality, because
Yes.
they did that before they were disconnected. And all of those things are, how can I say that, like effects they were still able to do. And this is it. It went total out of control. The experiment went out of control. Completely.
Yeah, and we're still feeling the effects of it.
Yeah.
Are we still going to get another wave, or has something changed?
Give me a second. Even they don't know. Even they. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Even they.
Yeah, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like CERN. It's the flow of things or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. So
you tell me if you want to say anything else regarding this?
To be perfectly honest, it's fine right now.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go to the next topic then.
Yeah.
So this fleet of hundreds of UFOs on the direction of Earth is caught from International Space Station. And here, you know, April 3rd.
So this is it. This is the consequence. Sorry, those are the consequences of this. There is pretty much nothing complicated to talk about, because those are consequences of opening the wormhole.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing complicated, to be honest.
and who are they? Do you know?
They are not. They don't want to harm or whatever. They just want to check. Do you know what I mean? Check, regular check.
Yep.
Who the hell are those beings in this planet? Do you know what I'm trying to say like that?
Yeah. So this is in Chile.
Yeah, I know.
Some people think these are Pleiadians, or
No, Pleiadians, they will go right in the do you know what I mean? Like right in the middle of the action in medias res. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
yeah. So this is definitely not them.
Yep, definitely not.
Yep, and that's it. So now you also talked about one in Brazil, and this is a different group.
That's true.
That's a different group,
Completely different group. Definitely.
And who are they?
Once again, different groups. They make some sort of tandem or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And they are exploring all together. Some sort of group of small ships, and they are doing exploring of the universe, respectively other context of existences.
And you called them shapeshifters?
No, I mean technically some of them yes, some of them no. Why?
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were calling them. So did they crash or they landed? Which one
No,
was it?
once again, they just pass through.
Oh, okay. But they're not here anymore.
Nope.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about this?
To be honest, it's fine. We can move on.
Okay. I brought this to your attention earlier. This is it's a program called the deepfake. Deepfakes are going to wreak havoc on our society. We are not prepared. In these pictures right here, the 4 pictures, none of these people exist. These images using deepfake technology. And last month during ESPN's hit documentary series The Last Dance, State Farm debuted a TV commercial that has become one of the most widely discussed ads in recent memory. It appeared to show footage from 1998 of ESPN analysts taking shockingly accurate predictions about the year 2020. As it turned out, the clip was not genuine. It was generating using cutting-edge AI. The commercial surprised, amused, and delighted viewers. So some of the stuff, which is going to make it trickier for us to decide whether something actually happened or didn't happen.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Because in who is, do you know who would possibly be using this to deceive people?
Do you know what? Monarch.
Okay.
But once again, they are no more or no longer in charge. What basically means that they are only some sort of, how can we say, like reminiscence. Do you know what I mean? Like they are, how can we say that? Only they are only rests. Do you know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
residual effects
Yeah,
or
residual effects. Yes.
yeah, reminiscence. Yeah, that's
Reminiscence.
also
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
reminiscence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because, but this is it. Yes, of course, it's fine. They are residuals. They are reminiscence, but they are here. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because we can't just cut them just like that. It's not so easy. Just like that.
yeah.
It's
It's
not.
almost like their impact will fade. It doesn't just get cut off; it fades off. That's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah,
It isn't just like that. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. And anything else you want to say about this?
To be perfectly honest, it's fine. I mean,
Okay.
give me a second. I think. Sorry. Unless you don't want to ask something.
No, I think I pretty much understand. So this is, do you think this will go away or is it going to get worse?
Give me a second. Everything what is residual or reminiscence, it can be. Sorry, my bad. It will fade away, go away, but not just like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not so easy.
Yep. Okay.
But some people believe so, and that's kind of complicated to clarify them. Do you know what I mean?
That
Like,
that
oh,
actually, yeah, that came up in one of the questions is why is certain things
yeah,
happening if they're already gone, but we'll get to the questions. There's
okay,
not a whole lot of them. Okay.
okay, okay.
There we go.
We can
Next one.
move.
All right, so this is a movie called The Umbrella Academy. It came out in 2019.
And okay,
And the story was that geez, how many were there? A bunch of. We'll play the very beginning.
In October 1989, 43 women around the world gave birth. None of these women had been pregnant when the day first began.
How much do you want for it? I have adopted 6 children, gifted with abilities far beyond the ordinary. I give you the Umbrella Academy.
Does anyone wish to speak?
He was a monster.
Everything about our family is insane. It always has.
Is that my skirt?
Oh, yeah, this. It's very breathy on the bits.
Nice to see nothing's changed. I jumped forward and got stuck in the future. Do you know what I found? Absolutely nothing.
When's it supposed to happen?
In 8 days.
Oh, shit.
There's someone out there who's trying to stop me from preventing the apocalypse.
We need the full force of the Academy.
Bingo.
Yay, sisters. Yay, sisters.
Get up, we're going.
Where?
Save the world.
Oh, is that all?
Okay, so Peter.
I just wanna say you something. You need to plus, so add another card, because add another card plus on the very top right corner of your screen.
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah. What would you like?
Okay, and we need to see it on the pictures. Ellen Page, actor, Canadian. I think she's a Canadian. Because actress, because she is Canadian, because she was replaced very long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Canadian actress. Yep.
She looks different here than she did over there, but
this is it, because she
Yeah.
was replaced.
do you know why she was replaced? Was she doing things that they didn't like, or
What?
why was she replaced?
Actually, it was for mutual benefit.
Okay.
She wasn't felt right in this reality, and for what it was for what it was for Monarch, they've got their own interests. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can see that this is definitely not the same person.
Mm-hmm.
She's not as you can see. The face is different. Everything is different. I think. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a darkness in the other one. Yeah.
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 And she
well,
also make upcoming, or what is that she's lesbian or whatever,
Yeah.
because she can't get in contact with the men, not because she's true lesbian. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, it's interesting because I just talked about my story, Juno. Juno is a movie.
Yeah.
And I just
And you can go down, and you will see the private life or whatever, early life, career. You can see that this is definitely not the same person. Bye bye, end of story. This is not the same person.
No. And I'm going to post my story that I wrote about Edgar Allan Poe. It's called Juno, which is weird. This is coming up, Peter. This is bizarre how this stuff just keeps coming up. And I was trying to figure out the deeper connections in this. And wow, that makes a lot of sense. So tell us about this whole thing. Look at this, she's Shambhala school.
Yeah, definitely. But once again, you can go down, and she said that she's lesbian or whatever, but this is nonsense. This is nonsense.
What do you think that she's saying it for?
Once again, because this is this. She can't be in. How can I say that? Like, she can't be in interaction with men. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, like the Alice group, the Pups group?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Like what group? Can you... What?
The PUPS group?
Yeah, because of pubes group. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, what was it, the cult of Alice or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. And this is technically it. It is extremely weird. What do you think? Isn't this weird?
Yeah, it's very weird.
This is absolutely crazy, because people they don't... I mean, and I just want to say you something, that we know that the DNA, how can I say that they don't have the DNA, but before the DNA was removed, there was very, how can I say it, the mutual signs with Kevin Spacey, just by the way.
Yeah. Jeez. You mean she has similar DNA with Kevin Spacey?
Definitely.
Wow.
And try to guess. Kevin Spacey. Technically, he's do you know what I'm trying to say? In Monarch.
Yeah. Yeah, he's Paul Serene in Monarch.
Also, technically, sorry for that. But I mean, officially, there is no Paul Serene. There is only a Kevin Spacey. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the PUPS is a perfect unification program. That's what that stands for.
Yeah, sorry for that. We talked this in this weird acronyms, and yes, you are right.
Mm-hmm.
We need to sorry, you are right. Yep.
Wow. So, I mean, in the roles that she played, it's very synchronous. There's who's this Canadian actor, Mark Rendell. There's the name Mark again. We were talking about that. Her close friend and fellow Canadian actor, Mark Rendell.
We are talking about that.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. I mean,
Yeah.
Mark, Marks. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely
Yeah.
crazy.
They don't have a picture of him.
I'm just
Oh,
trying to
right.
say that this is it. Nothing of this is coincidence.
Mm-hmm. He's a voice actor.
Yep.
Yeah. So he kind of wants to be behind the scenes. He doesn't
Of
readily have a
of course,
picture.
of course.
Yep. I mean, there might be a picture of him, but yeah, people can look it
So
up if they
we
want.
can go to another topic. What do you think? Can we
Yep.
or not?
Yeah, we can. Okay. So where were we? We did this, we did that. And that's the, we were talking about how they
Yes.
wear this because of
They
they,
can destroy pretty much everything uh, they can, and they need to be, their eyes need to be protected. Yeah, you are right.
okay. And so, this story happened. Is that correct?
It actually happened.
Okay.
36 babies. Yes, you are right.
Well, yeah, and well, those are the other 36 because actually it was like 40 something, 43 that were
Yeah,
born. And you know what? I had clients that said I felt like I was pregnant and I don't know where the child went. It's really weird.
but it's
Uh,
not weird. It is not weird once this happened. And I will say you something that those how we are calling it, soft disclosure TV shows,
mhm.
they moved from regular TV stations to Netflix. I don't want to say all of them, but
Yes. Yes.
most of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there a reason for that or
Of course,
who owns Netflix?
because it is within computers, within internet. There can
Oh,
be there can be much a higher emphasis. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
Via TV, it is only small piece of tech, but once they are using wires, I mean, in huge internet systems, links, connections, and once you are using laptop or I don't know desktop or whatever, many people they are using big TVs as a monitors or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that they can access their homes and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Jeez, it's crazy. You can't do anything. Actually, by now, it's like you can't do anything. If they want to watch it, they're going to.
yeah.
All right, so the scenario behind this, where they go into the future, do they destroy the future or do they, because they're acting like they're the heroes in this movie?
Is one of possible scenarios.
So you're not really sure.
I
What?
don't. No. This is not our case. Sorry, this will be my bad. But it is showing us how it can happen once we will not be cautious. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But this will definitely that bad. It will be not, definitely not that bad in our case. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So in the future, does the umbrella group actually help stop something, or are they just trying to
Because
make themselves look good?
as I like to say, for their sake, for their sake.
Okay, so they kind of screw up some stuff and then they have to fix it.
But screw such bad, so bad, even they were extremely scared from that.
Yeah. Though were those 6 children of this guy, and who is this guy that's the umbrella?
Umbrellas, technically official
This guy. Yeah, who is this guy supposed to be?
sponsor of Umbrella.
Okay. Where's the father of them? Because they had
Give
multiple
me a
mothers.
second. I'm just trying to say. Do you know who is Rich Bay? Like Richard Bay. This is this guy, the sponsor of my main sponsor of Umbrella.
Richard Bay.
There is no Richard Bay. I'm just trying to say. Nah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Okay, so we can go to another topic.
But you can't say who the parent is of this. Who's the guy?
Nope, because he's from another universe. Another context of existence, my bad.
So what is he doing here? Why is he here? And why did he impregnate all these women?
Once again, because they need Umbrella Academy.
So what species or what race is he connected to? Or is it a parallel, just another humanoid from another advanced?
Give me a second. They are multiple types of crossbreeds.
Okay.
We can go to another topic, I think.
Okay,
yeah, this is very fast. This is what is this? Message.
Video footage.
Message. Video footage, but this technically is message. Video footage showing man seemingly sparkled by nothing. I mean, he is doing criminal damage. Yes. But there is no single sign of rain. And despite of it, black umbrella. And this is it.
Yeah.
Message.
Letting you know that the umbrella group is involved with some of this looting, terrorist activity.
Absolutely.
Or I should say, acting like they're supporting the people, but they're not.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was another thing that they had piled up a bunch of bricks too, for people if they wanted to throw things. It was kind of like planned. Yeah.
So we can. I think until you don't. Okay, this is it.
All right, so this is a movie called Designated Survivor, and it's about, protesting that happens over by the White House, and they actually, hurt the president, and this guy has to take over. So that came out in 2016, Designated Survivor, and I thought I would, match this where the White House protesters, they tried to storm the White House, pretty much. And we were breaking through the blockades. So, this movie, right here is pretty much showing if they got what they wanted to do.
Yes, exactly.
And look at the outcome. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, we'll look at the White House again and some other stuff that we see too, right, Peter? We'll get some other pictures that come up.
The president. Maybe he'll realize he has no business running the country.
Yeah.
We're in a state of war. Tom Kirkman is not going to get us through this.
So see, and then they replace him and put this guy in. So
yes, you are right.
Yeah, 2016 movie. Like you said, it was going back 2011, 2016. And anything else you want to say here?
No, we can move to another topic.
So we saw this that happened. And the interesting story. Okay.
This is definitely you can make some sort of, how can I say that, introduction, and I will say very interesting info. I bet. Wide variety of people. Most people they are following Q. They will be happy. So start.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know if it looks like snow, and then there's like water drops here, which I think is kind of an interesting layout. And then they're talking about, or maybe even looking through a mirror or a window. We were talking about windows earlier. So this is from this group called the New Dimension, encouraging, informing people. Wednesday, May 13th, JFK Sr. and the Pleiadians. And so here's a story. There's strong possibility that JFK is still alive today. It was the Galactic Federation who talked with JFK Sr. a few days before he alleged assassination in Texas of what will happen to him during the trip to the state of Texas. Instead of him becoming a victim, they gave him a chance to escape by replacing him with a clone. The clone was the one who died that day of the assassination, while JFK Sr. was guarded and protected for a time until he was safe to bring him back to Earth, but as an undercover, the civilian observer. This means there was a great coordination with the Pleiadians, JFK Sr. and his son JFK Jr. The Pleiadians, and it's funny because Jackie was left behind. And so then Bobby was left behind. So I don't know what happened to Bobby with the kids, and then supposedly he got killed as well, right? So
yeah,
then
that's true.
The Pleiadians have time travel capability, and as of all their spaceships can visit the future and past, but only for a short period of time. This also is the same scenario JFK Jr. where they found out that it was a plot to kill him, so they faked it. And then they said, let's see. Both were scenarios of what happened when the father and son were achieved in order to make the cabal think that they were killed. And with the assistance of the Pleiades, it made possible for Trump to easily defeat the deep state cabal. They were also able to warn him of the future. And then it goes on to say the Pleiadians, along with the Galactic Federation, met with JFK Sr. And then, discussed all of this. And here's Simpsons with this big sign saying that the JFK is still alive. This is a POTUS tweet. And last year when Trump visited Tennessee, they showed on the TV the Simpsons displaying the words JFK is still alive. And then it says it was the cabal who destroyed and erased the history of the earth in order for
Okay, so can I okay,
yeah,
so
jump
you
in.
need to finish. Okay. This is it, that they did very risky job, that they've got another clone of JFK to get to the cabal as a bite. I don't know, like some sort of infiltration job, if we wanna call it that way. And to be honest, the cabal, they are so how can I say that, self-confident, so blindfolded by, they were so, how can I say that, like blindfolded because of successes, all kind of the stuff what they were able to achieve, that they have no goddamn clue that they've got someone infiltrated in their organization, in their, how can we call it, structure.
Yeah.
I think it is like that. What do you think?
Well, I think that had to have happened in order for things to break down like they've been, and where we're at right now. And so I guess that this is here it says something about they were the ones who deposited the Nordic people. This was let's see, the Northern Europeans were mostly seeded by the Pleiadians, people from the Pleiades. They were the ones deposited by the Nordic people, the Viking, the Druids, Scots, Irish, etc. It's Pleiadians who constructed the Stonehenge to allow the landing for the small. I mean, it has all this stuff showing their connection. And let's see if there was anything else here. They will be welcomed with a jubilant celebration, perhaps in the third or fourth quarter of this year. We will hear news regarding the return of the JFK family and the landing, if not just the Pleiadians, but also all the brothers and sisters of humanity from the Galactic Federations, the day of the Galactic Disclosure. gets closer. I think JFK Sr. will be suited to explain the benevolent assistance of our ET friends and other star systems in the near future. So this is apparently what he looks like now.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
and the number 5, Peter?
Yeah, very easy. Fifth transformation, the end of transformation to fifth dimension, respectively the density, fifth array density. Very easy.
Yep.
Symbology.
Yeah.
Nothing complicated.
Perfect.
At least from my point of view.
Yeah. Yep. So, is there anything else that you want to share about this?
Nope. I think we can move to the very last and very most interesting topic.
We did this. No, cutting ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is. You want to say his name?
Yeah. Yaroslav Janikovsky.
Okay. So 1976.
Jasnikowski.
Okay, perfect. I'd rather you say it the right way than me butchering it. All right, so he's a surrealist painter from 1976. Look at these pictures. And who do you think this is right here? Who is this?
Number 15.
Number 15, you said, right? And this looks like a choir or something.
Yeah.
With.
Yeah.
Tell us what what your interpretation of this picture is.
Time.
It's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is Netherlands. This is the mill, Netherlands.
Yep, the windmill.
And do you know why white blue flag? Very easy, because outside the Israel, the largest community is in Netherlands. They are making jewelry, diamonds, all kind of those things. Once you want to trade jewelry, diamonds, everything, you need to travel by yourself personally, and you can do face-to-face trading.
This right here, it looks like they're making some kind of metal something. I saw this in a vision yesterday, where they were making something metal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just want to say that all of those pictures you need to get to the Dixit game in. You've got the Wikipedia card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this, I just want to say, what do you think this tribal image is right here on her face?
The faith.
The faith?
Yeah, fate.
Oh, fate.
Like
fate.
a destiny. Like a destiny.
Is that the fate of the Netherlands?
Yep.
And what's the fate of the Netherlands then, according to this picture?
Reborn.
Okay. So here's the next, I think that's him right there. And anything you want to say about these
No, it is Zeppelins. They are Zeppelins.
Zeppelins, yep. Just keep on going.
Yeah. And this is the time, time.
Mm-hmm.
This is absolutely crazy, surrealistic.
That's number 15 as well?
No, yes, number 15. We can go down.
Do you want to tell everyone who number 15 is? Because I'm number 12, right? So this is number 15.
She's the most. She's very evil. Look at that. Another Netherlands symbology.
Yeah. That reminds me of like Columbus or something.
Yeah, you are right.
And then there's this all
Look at
ancient
that.
writings. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, and here's this guy.
Yeah. With clock replacing the head. Yeah,
Yep.
you are right.
It looks
We-
like something's blending, like people that are
Yeah.
just like a shadow in
We
here.
we can go just down.
Easter Island.
Yeah. Exactly. We can go down.
There's the guy again.
Yeah. This is absolutely crazy too.
Yeah, I think this was a clock, but it's kind of, you know,
Yeah.
it's like Salvador Dali in a way.
You are right. You are right.
Yeah. And what does this train represent? Anything to you?
Nothing. I mean, revolution.
Revolution.
Nothing except revolution.
What about that? What's that Russian game? Metro.
Yeah,
No?
Metro Exodus, Metro Last Light, Metro 2033, whatever. Yeah. And this is crazy. Big Brother is watching you.
Big Brother's watching you, but so is she.
Yeah.
So is she, number 15. And is that her right there?
Yeah.
And she has an apple.
Yeah. So we can go just down.
Okay. There's a mill.
Yeah, is another mill.
It's you know, it's really weird. This looks like a factory and a church at the same time.
And do you know what? It is some sort of, how can I say that? How can we call it precisely? Like once you have the church is holy. Do you know what I mean? And you are humiliating the church. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
With
but it's also a tree.
Yeah, it is some sort of weird stuff.
Yeah.
So we can go to another picture.
All right, here's this. I mean, there's bicycles.
Yes. And
That's
eyes.
Netherlands again as well with bicycles.
No. Bicycles, yes, but look at those windows and all kind of the stuff is France.
Oh, France. Okay. Wow. And look at the landscape. The little houses over here flying. All right, this is a weird one too. It's like a hot air balloon, but is it like her brain or something?
Yeah, like numbers 15's brain.
Yeah. Why do you suppose he was seeing her so clearly?
He's connected.
Yeah.
And this is it from church another time.
Yeah.
Train from church. So revolution from the church.
From the church or with the church is fueling the revolution? Which one is it?
To be perfectly honest, you can interpret it both ways.
Yeah. Okay. What's the significance of the Easter Island imagery?
There are mystic, energetic fields in there. You can have inspiration for your art.
These look like igloos, maybe, or huts.
Yeah, exactly. Igloos. Yep.
Igloos. So, but this is tropical. You wouldn't find igloos there on Easter Island, but
this is it. This is the contrast. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like plus and minus.
Yeah. Okay. And so these are like sort of crowns, antennas.
Yes, exactly.
All right. And these arrows, little. Okay. It's weird.
This
And
is
there's
weird too.
these two. Yep.
This is weird too. This is like burning face. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
But we need to go to the yeah, this is absolutely crazy. This is what we want to talk about and what we need to talk about. So this is Zeppelin or Zeppelin in the middle. You need to go.
Yeah. This right here is the Zeppelin. You can see the control room here.
Of Zeppelin and Nazi Germany, they've got this 12-engined huge bomber.
I think it's cutting out. Peter, are you still there? Peter?
I'm still here.
Okay, all right. If for some reason it cut out.
Okay. So once again, this bomber was was designed to how can we say, to drop two bombs, I mean atomic bombs, on US East Coast. It has 12 engines, 6 on each side, and look at that. On each side, if you can see, on each wing, you got some sort of, what is it, Second World War design, what is it, how we can call it, cabin or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, this is it. And in the background, do you know what is this in the background? This is what is this? Mushroom effect after this is not atomic bomb, like H bomb, hydrogen bomb explosion. So this is, do you know what I mean? Symbology.
And you said that this is what the Nazis wanted to, they were planning on using over the East Coast. They were planning on using this vehicle.
Yeah,
in some
airplane. Yes, but do you know what? Yes.
This
yes.
airplane over where the Nazi won the war disappeared in that reality.
Yes, that's true.
And they bombed the East Coast of the U.S., particularly Washington D.C.
Yeah, DC, and it was Miami or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you said something about Boston earlier, but I don't know. It could be whether it's Boston, New York, or you said Miami. You trying to remember?
they can choose many targets. That's true.
But from your memory, which one do you think it was?
To be honest.
Are you there? Peter?
I'm here all the
Wow.
time.
They keep on, every time you go to say something important about this, it's cutting out.
Really?
Yes.
I'm just trying to say that they can do multiple.
I don't believe this. Are you there still?
Yeah, I am still here.
Wow, they did it again.
What they did? Just say me.
They cut out when you went to explain. They cut it out again.
Really weird. Okay, I will explain it. They've got multiple. They can do multiple. What we are talking about? Multiple targets, because in another reality they can carry more than 2 bombs. I just want to say, okay?
Wow. They didn't want us to know that. Okay.
Yeah. So we can move to another picture, I think. This is not so important.
Okay. What does that represent, though? Is that
that whole world is is twisted upside down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's nothing too important too, I think.
Looks like a Viking ship.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we're talking about Nordics, and there's number 15 there.
Yes, you are right.
And this reminded me of Q. The way it's almost like a circle and the line going
No,
through.
you are right. You are right. It's
Yeah.
it's referred to QAnon. Q. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. And all right, so that's here again. It looks like a boat again.
Yeah, you are right. And this is extremely crazy. Another Zeppelin. This is these eyeballs are like Big Brother is watching you, and this is Red Baron. You are
Red
right.
Baron right here. Yeah,
Yeah,
and this is falling apart. So
yes, of course.
And there's these two. Now there's a couple here, right?
Yes.
It's like they make it, but it's a war. That's
Yes, you
what
are
it looks
right.
like to me. Yeah.
And this is a very interesting picture. That means the clock is ticking. You can see that clock is ticking, and everything is not true. It is only a made. It is film, like a movie.
It's like a movie. Yep.
Yeah. We can see that.
And this is a nose, so there's number 15 again.
You are absolutely right. Absolutely.
Yep. And there's the game. The game on parchment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are right.
Everything's planned out.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about that Zeppelin or that plane Zeppelin that drops the bombs, and here's Washington, like you said. Right?
And Washington, but once again, not by destroyed, not by H bomb, that means hydrogen bomb, but if something even more evil, that is nitrogen. That means nitrogen is flaming not by hot but extremely cold flame, and in the middle of the picture is very small tiny creature. He's calling himself White Fool, and he's the leading being of the very first ones, so all the creators.
And why does he call himself the White Fool?
Because he doesn't have any responsibility. He's making very weird decisions with any sort of, how can I say it? He don't like to take response for what he done or what he did. It's like this.
So he sees everything destroyed, but there's he's just looking at it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
What about all this mechanical stuff here on the side? Is that just buildings that are destroyed, or?
No, they are rebuilding it.
Oh, I see. It looks like an oil rig or something.
Yes, yes. We can move to another pictures. We've got a lot of them pretty much.
Yeah. There's the train again.
Yes.
It looks like children. There's a child here in black and white. Who is that child? Is that Alice?
Alice. Yes, yeah. Alice.
So we're pretty much at this stage right here. Although I don't know if it's in a sequence.
Yes. And he's clown. Here is clown.
He's the clown.
Yeah, clown.
But he's almost a magician too. He's making those things levitate.
Yes. Two in one. Yes, you are right.
Yeah, and it's the game. Here's the game, and a snail. What's the snail? It's a weird apple. There's a pipe. She's smoking a pipe, number 15, with bubbles.
Yes, you are right. So we can move to an, yes, and this is crazy.
But what is the
Number
snail,
15.
Peter?
Number 15, she loves to control everything, to control the time, flow of time.
Yep. But things are not, everything's dying around here. It looks like
Yes, you are right.
yeah.
But she loves to destroy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you ever, is CIO ever able to pull her out of this control system?
Nope.
Is she Monarch, Mobius, Umbrella,
No,
or any of
she's
those?
outside of, she's only in numbers group.
She's only in numbers like me.
Yeah. So we can move to another picture.
Okay.
We talked about that, I think.
Yeah.
Time is flowing.
Mm-hmm. And there's some kind of there's another church. It's a weird looking something there. Okay.
Yes, you are right.
Look at this old-fashioned car. Look at that. And these things, little houses, biospheres.
Yes, you are right. Modern houses, old-fashioned car, you are right.
And sort of I don't know if that's a church window.
Yes, you are right.
And what is all this stuff right here?
I don't know, to be perfectly honest. Some sort of weird creatures. And this is the most exciting number 15 picture, and this is this Jupiter.
It's Jupiter. And it starts all the way from what, SpaceX, right?
Absolutely.
And here we are.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we couldn't have planned this better. I mean, it just sort of, I knew exactly what I was supposed to show you. And
You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
So we can move.
Okay.
So this is it. Big Brother is watching you.
This looks like a network spider.
Yeah.
Something, or a satellite dish.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, but it's a church. Again. Yeah.
So it is mutually connected, and it is a cemetery.
Cemetery. Yeah, and what are these? These are weird, these eggs.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes, this is it. And we need to talk about Dixit game. So you've got Dixit. No. Dixit on Wikipedia. You need to talk in Wikipedia. Yeah. And this is card game. And it is so, how can I say that? Like, look at that. Jean-Louis Riboira. But look at who illustrated. Marie Coudard. Just click her. Nah, okay, so that.
You don't have information on her.
Of course not.
Who is she?
She's, she have vision. She has vision. I'm just trying to say that this is it. That it is multiple triggers. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Multiple triggers. Look how many of in enhancement the player. 10 enhancements. Isn't this crazy?
Yep. Like it's a very, very popular game.
Yes, but
30 awards.
Yes, and people don't get that it is, how can I say that, like allow creativity and imagination to run riot. This is it. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it is multiple type of trigger.
So all of these are kind of triggering people like by the images.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course, you are right. Yes, this is it, what I'm trying to say. Exactly.
Yep. And some of the pictures are really elaborate. There he is right there.
Yes, and this
Yeah.
is it, because it is like I don't know how many people will play the game, and they will choose card and choose, I don't know, some sort of quote or whatever, and all of another players, they need to guess which is your card. I mean, the players who said this word, this word, quote, or whatever, and this is it. Multiple triggerings.
Yeah, this is an unusual little picture she's got on her shirt.
Yes, 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 yes. So this is it pretty much. This is our last topic. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we had, so back here. Okay.
Okay.
So,
this is it. But we talked about that already.
we talked about this already. I'm not going to put on the volume because it's really loud, but we talked about androids, right? And
Yes,
how
you can play
advanced
it.
that they
You
are.
can play it. You can play it. Look at that. But this is it. She's got only top. But try to think how realistic she looks like with how can I say that, skin implants on the, how can I say it, on the all the rest of the body. Am I right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is
Let's
it.
see if we can get a closer look. Yeah. I mean, they go into all sorts of different things.
Yeah. This is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And to
But
be
we
honest with you,
already talked about that. We already talked
yeah,
about that.
but she has the hairstyle and everything of the Cult of Alice, right?
Yeah, because she
Same
looks very
hairstyle.
similar. Because in the face she looks very similar to Alice. Just by the way.
Yeah. And they show all sorts of stuff on this thing. This is some crazy technologies that they have.
Yeah.
And we could maybe look at that at another time.
Yes. So I think that this is all for today's show.
Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to go out of the sharing and we're going to read some questions. We
Okay.
got three questions. If I think there's three.
Okay,
And
that's
then we'll
fine.
go back to the regular picture and let's see where those questions are. Hold on. And all right, so the first question is Jake Muller. He says he lives in the west coast of Canada. Could you ask Peter sometime about Canada's military intelligence involvement in the SSP?
I don't know what, I mean, yes, they are involved, but that's pretty much it. What I can talk about, because this is, how can I say it, our own interest, our own, that means ACIO interest, because sometimes it is complicated to share the things, to share the info, because within the SSP there are multiple wings, multiple branches, if we want to talk about that. And this as a particular part of SSP, they want to backtrack what the heck happened with certain sources of info. So they are doing good stuff, but I don't want to sabotage the mission, okay? Because once it is live case, ongoing case, it will be a sabotaging mission, and I don't want to sabotage mission. Of course not. But yes, it is involved. You are our listener. He's right.
That's Jake Muller. Yeah.
Jake.
Okay.
Jake is right.
Jennifer said, "I'm confused with the role of Mobius in our Matrix now. If they are still here, what role do they play?" So we talked about this earlier, how it's still like a residual effect of them still being here. So we kind of answered that earlier. Jennifer,
but
go
we
ahead.
can say yes, they are not here, but they are here in this particular sense that residual effects from their how can we say it, affecting of our reality are still here, and they will fade out from once time will be flowing.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty much.
Okay, and the
Pretty
question
much
from
all what we can say.
the question from Glenn. He says, "Hey Jess, would you please ask Peter what he knows of the adrenochrome addiction rates of world leaders?"
And andronic what?
No, adrenochrome. Adrenochrome. You know, that stuff that these horrible pedophiles are getting from children. The that drug that they get from the back of their neck. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you are trying to. Sorry, what?
I'll just put the word in there for you so you can see it.
I know what Glenn is asking, and maybe it will be. Yeah, I know. So this is it. They want to enhance and advance themselves via adrenochrome, but it is not working so 100% respectively. It is working slower and not so effective. So they, because of this fact, they need to get even more and more children to doing their bad stuff they are doing.
So
that's it.
well, I mean, there's a lot of things to be said about this.
No,
that's almost
just add your questions.
Are they're taking out the energy related to it? Have they figured out? Are you saying some group that's helping us or the ACIO has figured out a way to so that this is not a drug that can be used anymore?
Yes, you are right. No, give me a second. You are only half right, because drug is not used, misused. Okay, so you are right. This drug cannot be misused anymore. You are right. In new context of existence.
Okay, and so then if they try to do it, it's going to be a waste for them to do this, and then they'll go to something else?
Yes, because they already realized that it is not worth anymore to do such a stuff anymore. Yes, you are right.
And then these world leaders are something's going to happen to them that have been participating in these things.
Something really bad. It's only a matter of time.
Right. I mean, I think whether it's one group or another, it doesn't matter. I think karmically, it's such a horrible crime that, yeah, I agree.
Okay, so I think that we got this pretty much for today. What do you think?
I think it's perfect, and I want to say thank you for being here, and I'm excited that I know that you had a lot going on, that you made your time to be here and to go over some of these different ideas and help us to gain more disclosure about what's going on around us in our world right now. So thank you very much, Peter, for joining us today, and thank you everyone for listening and supporting the channel, and subscribe. We're going to continue to have information for you.
So thank you too for another opportunity to be in your show on your channel, and I'm looking forward for the next week's show.
Perfect. Bye for now, everyone.
You have been listening to Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Join us on YouTube channel Jessica Ariel Morocco and visit www.peter-insider.com and www.readingsbyariel.com. Remember to post your questions in the comment section below the video. We look forward to hearing from you.